thing with promoting everything always and forever. So shout out to you as well.
Thank you
Let
very
me
much,
see.
man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's a beautiful Wednesday.
Yes, it is. It's a
It's a
beautiful Wednesday,
it's a
the
beautiful.
23rd. It's a
Mhm.
beautiful day. And you know what? First and foremost, I want to thank you for accepting to be on my platform
Mhm.
right here. Yes, yes, you just joined in, so I see.
Yeah,
How's that?
I just joined in, but the sound is going to clash.
Yes, 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 yeah, I understand. Don't
The
worry about it.
the
But yeah,
sound
you
is
have to turn it down, yeah, so you don't crash, because there's like a delay going on. Okay?
okay. Yes, yes.
So, first, I just told people that the person like you, I've seen you go through your growth as far as
Oh.
into the holistic health and the spiritual life coach, and of course, being a spiritual destiny reader and guide, which
Mhm.
is very interesting, and a lot of people don't understand. Big up to Malika Ali, who just tuned in. What's up, Malika? Big up to you all the time. Another person I wanted to get on.
Oh
You know,
yes, my sister.
yeah,
Yes,
your
my
sister.
sister.
That's right. But first and foremost, tell people where people can find you on YouTube and your website, please.
Okay, well, everything is going to be under construction except for um well, no, not everything is going to be under construction. The only thing that's going to be under construction is my website. But
Okay.
my website, my current website is samorisherbs.com, spelled SAMORYS herbs, HERBS. Now, the reason why my website is Samori Herbs because at one point remember when I was getting herbs from the motherland and things of that nature from Senegal and
Yes.
stuff like that. So at one particular point I was traveling internationally and getting herbs. So that was the main thing that I was selling was herbs. So now
Right.
that I'm expanding, I don't think that Samori's herbs suits me, right? So I'm trying to
Right.
change a little bit that the name, the wording, and play around with that.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
my YouTube is Ella Samori, the same as my Facebook name, and on my Instagram is Nutritional Healing. I tend to share both the spiritual stuff and the nutritional stuff on my Instagram, which is Nutritional Healing again.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Nutritional Healing on Instagram, Ella Samori on YouTube, and
Yes.
SamoriHerb.com. And of course, you say you're going to play with that and change it around because
Right.
you're expanding and growing, and I totally understand, girl. As
Mhm.
we all should expand and grow, especially in the times that we're in. And I wanted to let people know that you have been through a journey. And
Yes.
please explain to the audience what type of journey you've been through to get to this point. It is now 5 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock in New York City, 5 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock in the Pacific time. Yes, please.
Okay, well, I mean, it was it for me the one of the main or the way I got to where I got to is just believing in myself. I was going through and dealing with a particular guy who I thought I was going to be with forever. And he no, seriously, he actually turned vegetarian. And at that time I was not into no vegetarianism whatsoever. Hold on. Is this live thing? Cause I hear an echo.
No, it's all right. It's live. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Okay, no, I thought it was on my phone, so I, try to cut it off. But anyhow, I was dealing with a brother that was, turning into vegetarianism and things of that nature. And at one point, cause I hear an echo, brother Simon. Do you hear this
It's all
echo?
right. Don't worry. Just don't worry. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
It's just the echo coming back. That's all.
Okay. So anyhow, he tried to change, he tried to tell me, get into vegetarianism. I'm like, listen, I'm not getting into no vegetarianism. I like my meat. You can't change me whatsoever. I don't care. So eventually one day I seen the transformation of how he was looking, his aura, his skin was clearing up and things like that. So I said to myself, I said, you know what, Magella? I said, what do you have to lose? I said, if you eat meat, if you don't eat meat versus if you eat meat, what do you have to lose? Why don't you try it? And that was back in 2008. So ever since 2008, I stopped eating flesh, right? So, my skin started clearing up. Yes, I lost a lot of weight. Okay, I lost like tremendous amount of weight. I don't know how much it was because I wasn't paying attention, but I lost a lot of weight. However, as a result of not eating meat, I started to like find myself a little bit more. Like, oh, okay, you're not eating meat. You feeling kind of good. Let's go sit by the water a little bit. Let's play with these crystals. Let's go into this crystal store. So for me, my experience, in a sense, like my awakening first started when I got off of the flesh. As a result of getting off of the flesh, I started become more calm, more spiritual, more in tune with myself. I started believing in myself. So me and a brother, we went through our separation. And at that particular time, because I'm a Pisces in a sense, for me, things don't hit me right then and there. Things hit me a little bit, further down the line. However, as I was going through the separation with me and this brother, I started dreaming, lots of different dreams and stuff. So I was writing things down, everything, writing things down or whatnot. And then till this day, the things that I was writing down are now coming true. You get what I'm saying? A lot of me healing people. I used to write about, oh, I'm going to heal the world. Oh, please, used to write letters to the different solar systems, the Jupiter, Venus, you get what I'm saying, Mars, and all. I used to write letters to the cosmic realm. And a lot of the things that I used to, how can I say, see or foresee or whatnot, they're now coming true. So I used to just, as a result of separating from, because anytime you separate from a lover or stuff like that, you always go within. It's time for you to get your things together. I need to get my stuff together. Oh, forget everybody. It's all about me. And so I was going through that thing of, forget him. It's all about me. Once I started saying, forget him, it's all about me, that the God in me started to rise. So it started with me. It started with my dreams. As a result of things now, not even now, before it was coming true, but as a result of things coming to the light, I just started believing in myself, and I started psyching myself, or rather activating the spiritualist in me, or the God in me, or the psychic in me. Okay. And so now I'm here. You get what I'm saying?
I find that very interesting because, yes, you are Pisces, and when both of us we do consultations for people, and when I hear of the Pisces energy being there, Pisces dealing with the water, a lot of water that deals with intuition, a lot of intuition.
Yes.
And then you being born on a certain number tells me that you're supposed to be into healing because you're a natural healer. You're definitely a natural healer. Also, when you said you were going on, you went through this in 2008. 2008, you was in a number 4 year, was still was getting yourself together and laying a foundation for yourself. And it was a critical health year, so you changed a lot. So it deals with those type of drastic changes going on. But I know this also comes from something in your ancestry too, because your family's from Haiti and which part of Africa also?
And my father is from Congo. You understand?
They have some deep spiritual roots.
Absolutely. First of all, my mother's psychic, but she won't tell you that she's psychic because she's not going to admit that. You know why she's not going to admit that? Because for her as a Libra, she don't want no problems with people. She don't want to be telling people about themselves, and people are looking for, you get what I'm saying? The person told me this, the person told me that. So when I do the readings, my mom be like, hey, you got to be careful because people really look for what you really say. But the thing about it is, it's not about looking for what somebody really says. It's guidance. You got to take that information and you got to take it for what it is, and you got to make the best of what somebody is telling you, rather spiritually, physically, or mentally, whatever the situation is. So I always say, don't never, but regardless, whatever the besides the fact, yes, my mother is psychic. Yes, my family, I come from a bloodline of psychics and things of that nature. At the age of 13 years old is when I seen my first spirit, which was my great grandmother, which is my mother's mother, Genevieve. Her name is Genevieve. She looks slim just like my mom. I would never forget that day. I was living in my old apartment and my mother was frying fish. And she was making fish and she was making something else, a Haitian dish. And I was sleeping in the living room. And when I woke up, when when you're in between different realms when you're sleeping, that's the trance that I was in. So I woke up out of that trance and I seen the spirit. And I'm like, oh shoot, there's a spirit right there at the door. I'm like, just there, just there. And I'm like, okay, probably I would see that spirit again. And time after time, and time after time, the same spirit, my great grandmother, she'll come in a white dress and a crown, a white crown or something white over, her head and things of that nature. And then even after that, I've got many readings where people have told me your great grandmother is there. I just like to test people because I already know that, But yeah, my on my mother's side, we all psychics, psychics really. I can tell you another situation where my mother had a dream about my godmother house in Haiti, and her house was getting robbed, and she dreamt it. And the very next day, her house got robbed. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of stuff that I come from. I come from that particular type of bloodline and stuff. So yeah. And then from the, go ahead.
And a lot of 14 minutes after I was speaking with Mama Ella Samori, of course, and of Ella Samori at YouTube. Make sure you check her out. And a lot of people are afraid of the unknown. A lot of people are afraid of the unknown. People gotta recognize that the unknown does exist. Not really spooky, it's just another energy form in another realm. Understanding that type of stuff, it's very important that they understand that. So explain what spiritual life coaches do. How do they conduct and help people and guide people? Because you're a spiritual life coach also, and you're also a spiritual destiny guide and reader. Please explain to them how does this work for those who the inquiring minds out.
Well, for me, it's always getting back to your God state, getting back to your original form. You get what I'm saying? Getting back to that state of immortality, getting back to not the spirit but the soul. You understand? Because the spirit is nothing but energy, but we talking about the soul. The soul lived trillions and millions and whatever gazillion time ago, right? But the spirit is just the energy. So my main goal is to help people get back and connected with that soul, that chi. You understand? And chi is just frequency and energy that flows through you. And one of my main things is always listen. Don't second guess yourself. Always follow your spirit. Don't second guess yourself. Always follow your spirit, because to the extent that you follow your spirit is to the extent that, and when I say by spirit, is the energy that you pick up from other people, right? So to the extent that you follow your spirit is to the extent that you will not second guess yourself. Hence, building a stronger communication with your soul. Your soul alignment. You understand? Because a lot of people, they it's just like they just discard that we are all spiritual. It's we're all spiritual. We all have the gift, but you gotta just tap in. You understand? And that's one of the main things that I'll be teaching in my online class coming up.
Yes. Speak about that online class, sister. So finish explaining that and how that works for people, and how your online class is also going to help them to understand themselves from a whole nother level. Because, like I said, a lot of people are afraid of this because due to religious or due to the parents and what we've been trained to understand, we've been taught to be afraid of the dark, afraid of the this, afraid of that. When according to scientific studies, the only two known fears is fear of falling and fear of a loud sound. According to their science on this realm here, but please explain how your course is going to help guide people, and because you're a spiritual life coach, how is some, because I've seen some of your testimonials, which was very interesting. That's a very interesting testimony, and some people will not believe it. You know, some people will call it spookism and all kind of craziness, without understanding that the spirit is working it together with the physical also. So please explain that.
First and foremost, you know, my teachers, what, you know, from how I've been taught, it's not for everybody. You understand? Some people is going to gravitate to it, and some people is going to be afraid of it. I'm not here for the people that's afraid of it, because I don't resonate in fear. I always tell my clients, it's either you fear it or you going to go with it. Which one? You can't fear it. You can't fear the situation and go with it at the same time. The universe doesn't work that. You're confusing the mental. You're confusing the mind. As a result of confusing the mind, you're confusing your path, and you're confusing the communication that you have with the ancestral realm. So it's either you are with the spirituality or you're not. However, we also have to understand that, you get what I'm saying? We also have to understand that this fear has been embedded in our DNA. You understand? Since from slavery, from even before that, you know, slavery is kind of recent due to the amount of years that the Asiatic black person or the Asiatic people has been here. Let's be honest with that, right? So even before all of that fear and stuff like that, you know, a lot of things been happening with us genetically, that we fear the unknown. We fear the spirits and stuff like that, and including even religion, you know, including even religion. However, my class, the way I want to put my classes is basically, you know, approaching it on a holistic level, right? First of all, you got to understand diet. Okay, you have to understand diet. You have to understand the mechanism or the anatomy and the physiology of the melanated body. You have to understand that the body is electrical. You have to understand that you got to feed the body electrical foods in order for the pineal gland to be clicking. Cling, cling. You understand, like a light bulb, right? So once you feed the body this electrical foods and things of that nature, the pineal gland starts to work. As a result of the pineal gland working, then the psychic abilities and spirituality then now begin to expand.
Now, on that point, it's 20 minutes after the hour right here on Facebook Live with King Simon. I'm speaking to Mama Ella Samori. Of course, you can check her out on YouTube. And, of course, you can check her out on IG, a nutritional healer.
Yes.
Healing, right?
Yes, healing, heal people.
Yes. And, of course, your website is SamorisHerb.com, right?
Yes, SamorisHerbs.com, yes. Now, for now.
Yes, for now. As you say that, you know, as you say what you just said in regards to that, you're about holistic health. Now, you're a certified holistic practitioner. Who have you studied with, and who are some of your people, some of your teachers in the holistic health realm?
Well,
and why that's so important?
Yeah, it's good, too. You know what, too? Besides, we're going to get into that, but besides the Dr. Africa and the Dr. Sabi, I received my bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics, which I don't even say about myself. I be forgetting because I'm self-taught. You get what I'm saying? Like
I remember when you were studying. I remember when you were studying.
Remember, right? Remember, I graduated from Queens College. I received a 4-year, you know, institution, university or whatnot. I did receive my bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics. However, prior to that, I went to BMCC, and I received my associates in science. So I like the science and the food collaboration. Now, moving forward, my further studies, besides me being self-taught, I did study under, I did receive a certification under the elder Dr. Africa. Of course, I was like really hardcore studying Dr. Sabi as well. So a lot of my nutrition, and then too, I read a lot of Arnold Ehret books. Rational fasting, the mucusless diet, and things of that nature. And that's when I was, putting all of my that's when I was putting my teachings together. So with the combination of you know, the mucusless diet and things of that nature with Dr. Sabi studies and stuff, and being certified under Dr. Africa, going to get my bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics. Boom, I have my own curriculum that I'm putting together, which I am also going to be teaching in my online class, because I'm going to be, you know, sharing or I'm not sharing, well, yeah, I'm going to be teaching information on how to self-diagnose yourself, on how to do a self-diagnosis. You understand? Which is very important to learn at this particular time, because when you go to the medical institute, you know, you're not going to get feedback, or you're not going to get results based on the melanated body. No. That's already known for 500 or 100 years from now. What you're going to get is results based on the Caucasian body. Everything is studies based on the health of a Caucasian body. It's not based on the health of a melanated body. So if you know how to self-diagnose yourself, and you know how to, you know, look out for certain things, then you can heal yourself.
And a lot of people don't recognize that we can heal ourselves. Our body is a natural healing mechanism. And, you know, a lot of people think that's only the foot, but the earth helps to foster the conditions to do the healing. Because even when we used to scrape our arms and cut our arms, it heals itself, the scab shows up and everything is up.
Let me tell you something.
We got to recognize that the body is a natural healer. It can heal. And we got to foster that conviction, and in a holistic eating and a proper eating habit, this can happen. And I'm so proud that you are excelling in what you're doing.
I'm excelling, and I thank you for the positivity. You always been supportive of me. But let me tell you something, good brother, and to the audience as well. Let me tell you, the body doesn't want to die.
You keep on breaking up. You move. You were breaking
up. No,
I'm
here.
Okay, good.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
I've been wondering what?
What was the last thing you heard me say?
No, I said you said the body. That's the last thing I heard you say.
Let me say what I said. I said, let me tell you something, good brother. You in the audience, the body never want to die. The body doesn't want to die. The body wants to be everlasting. You know, like an entity or a parasite that doesn't want to die within the body. The physical body does not want to die. You get what I'm saying? That's why with those that have melanin, quote unquote, in a sense, it is so very easy for us to get rid of any type of toxins, or the body just shapeshifts and easily, boom, we're healed again within times with proper care and things of that nature, because like I said, the body doesn't want to die. So if many of us have been dying from cancer, from diabetes, from high blood pressure, from whatever, however you name it, or whatever, it's because of the poor choices, or even just, you know, false information, not having a lot of knowledge. You get what I'm saying? Some people want the knowledge, but they don't have the knowledge, or some people want the knowledge, but they got false knowledge, or some people want the knowledge, but they get in the knowledge based on another race. You can't eat the same food and can't do the same food like a Caucasian if you black, and you got nappy hair like me. That's not going to work.
Right.
It's not.
Right, and I know Dr. Sabi and Dr. Africa really promotes that, the ethnic health type of thing. You can't feed a polar bear food to gorillas.
Right.
You can't do that, and vice versa. And so I totally understand that. Yeah.
You know, so, you know, many of us, especially during these times now, as the cosmic world or the cosmic universe is ascending, a lot of us, you know, those cells, those genetic cells, or the DNA, you know, information within us is quickening. It's quickening just like the earth is quickening, just like Dr. Blair used to say, the earth is going from kindergarten to the 8th grade, and so is our cells. So a lot of us do want this information, but unfortunately, there's some people that has, you know, been receiving misinformation, and some people is just not getting the information that they want. But people like me and people like you and people like other people are here on this planet to provide and just do our best with helping the world, I guess, be a better place. Like a Pisces one. The Pisces will want the world just to be a better place. Am I right?
That's right. That's absolutely right. Now, you know, we just had a very interesting, and during this Mercury retrograde that we're in, we just had a very interesting thing that just happened as far as solar eclipse, of course, the transition of one of our informative Baba, that's Dr. Dick Gregory, who to me opened up a vortex. Now, what was the download that you received? Because I know what type of downloads I was receiving during that whole period of time, but what was the download that you received that the people can at least learn from or be guided by? Because I know you're a spiritual life coach and also a spiritual destiny guidance or reader. So please explain what did you go through during that time, and what we're still going through, as a matter of fact. Go ahead.
Honestly speaking, during that time, what I was, programming and downloading is, listen, self-identity and stay on your path. Self-identity, stay on your path. Self-identity, stay on your path. Don't get distracted. Stop getting distracted. Stop looking, worrying about what this person doing, worrying about what that person doing. Yes, the Baba has ascended. Ascension or transition is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You understand? So a lot of us been weeping and sad, and it's what you weeping for. He's an ancestor now. You understand? It's like what you said with, you give an acknowledgement and stuff like that. I mean, probably because I'm a little bit understanding about death. But to the extent that somebody dies, is to the extent that a soul will be reborn again. And I feel like that solar eclipse, if you are in tune, it made us reborn again. You get what I'm saying? New opportunities, new business ideas, new self-identities. A lot of us have, like my last client, she was like, this solar eclipse just got me all stagnated and things of that nature. I said, well, you need to ground yourself so that you could connect with that soul. You get what I'm saying? That ether you understand? So it's basically too, and as I'm just flowing with it, it's basically too just the balance between the masculine you and the spiritual you. You understand, or the feminine you. You have the dark side, or the yin and the yang. You understand? You have the light, which is the sun, which is the Christ, and then you have the moon. You understand the emotional. So you have the fire, which we was in Leo. Now we're in in Virgo. Opposite sign is what? Pisces. That's that moon energy. And then Virgo is the earth vibration, so that's the mama. You understand? So resonating or resurrecting that Christ, that fire, that chi, and understanding the emotions that's coming through and to you. But you gotta stay focused, and you have to stay on your path. Forget the people that's rioting. You can't say forget, but do not be distracted from the Charlottesville and this person and the KKK and all. Let them niggas kill themselves. What you worrying about that for? Stay on your path. We are in the times of ascension. The mothership is raising and rising. Things is going down. They said do not look at the solar eclipse with your eyes. You get what I'm saying? Okay, because guess what? A lot of us do not sun gaze. I used to sun gaze a whole lot. If you had sun gaze, had many of us sun gaze and received the nutrients and the cosmic information from the sun, then we could have been able to look at the sun as it was shifting with no problem. No Ray-Bans, no this, no that, none of that.
I didn't buy one of those glasses at all.
Come on.
I knew what to do. I knew exactly how to do it. We've been doing it for years.
I'm telling you, that probably was like the superfood for the pineal gland. Come on.
It reminded me. You know what it reminded me of?
What?
When disasters hit, like when 9/11 hit, there was a bunch of crazy ass flashlights going for like $10.
All they trying to do
was making money.
Right. All they trying to do is get you to buy you some Ray-Ban glasses. Come on. And I'm sure the prices of Ray-Bans went up. I'm sure.
And they made a lot of money. Believe me. Some people made their investments and did that, but we've been solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, all these things have been occurring for over thousands and thousands of years, but we never had no glasses.
Never had no glasses. Glasses for what? That I'm telling you, the ancestors is looking at us like these Negroes done fell so damn hard. We don't even know if they really us. I'm telling you. They like, Mama Ella, you better do something. We chose you. We chose you and other people to get y'all better get it together. You
Yeah,
understand?
right,
Because certain spirits chooses you. You know, you don't choose the spirit. The spirit choose you. You know, just like marriage. The man doesn't choose the woman. The woman chooses the man. You
You
know.
know, they trying to flip the script now, Mama. They
The,
trying to flip the script now, Ella.
well,
Thing, they trying to flip the script. It ain't working, but they trying to flip it. You know, it's a shame. So
yeah.
let me you know, it's 32 minutes after the hour. We're here with Mama Ella until 9 p.m. New York time, and that's 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Mhm.
And Mama, I wanted to ask you specifically, especially about, you said the spirit chooses you. Now, are these guides or spirit guides a part of your bloodline, your ancestral bloodline?
Well, I channel. With the ones for me or the ones for my clients. Because the ones for my clients is. Say that again.
One for yourself, and the one for your clients or myself. Because I know you've done a good reading for me, and I've had other readings, and sometimes they'll tell me that my ancestors are all around me, and just talking to me, I'm just watching my back and all kinds of stuff. Are these spirit guides a part of coming out of your ancestral bloodline?
No, they're actually coming from the client's ancestral bloodline. I'm connecting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Right.
yes. They're actually coming. They're actually the spirit guides and the ancestors of my clients. When I do my own channeling and when I get into my own zone, those is my peoples. When I did a reading for you, King Simon, that was your family and that was your spirit guides coming to speak to me about you. So any, client of mine or whatnot, that's how come I'm able to identify some. You understand? Or if a loved one made the transition, I'm able to see. It's not mine, it's yours. you know? Mhm.
A lot of these people are very amazed because, I know you pointed certain key things that I still have written down and still recorded, and I listen back every time. And I tell people, when you do get readings, if she can record it for you or you can record it yourself, record them, because you need to go back and study what it said. Because I know you also spoke about my liver and all that, and I've been dealing with the liver, the burdock and all that kind of stuff, which is very interesting because I needed that, yellow burdock and all that. And I never told her, but I heard this in another reading also from a doctor that told me I needed it. Even Dr. Africa looked in my eyes and said I needed certain things for liver and kidney and all that kind of stuff. And then I went to another spiritual reading that said basically the same thing. So everything seems to connect and correlate with each other. And even when I do numbers on people, it can correlate with what she says, and she's doing it from a whole other modality. I'm doing it from a mathematic modality, because all of them seem to have this connected thread that helps to guide you and helps to guide all the people out there. So I do tell people to invest and give that donation to people like yourself. Go to her website at, of course, temporary website right now, SamorisHerbs.com. Also, you go to her YouTube and check out her testimonials and her readings at YouTube at Mama Ella at YouTube. Mama Ella Samori at it's Ella Samori at YouTube, correct?
Yes, it's Ella Samori. Yeah, and then my email address.
Oh yes, what is that?
My email address is Samori's Healing. So it's Samori's, my last name, SAM like mom, ORYS, Healing, HEALING @gmail.com. That is the best way. That is the best way to contact me. Or you can, call me on my business line at 646-780-9488. And I want to thank you, King Simon, for bringing people through, because I get a lot of texts from people that you recommended as well. So I want to really, truly thank you for that shout out and that recommendation.
Repeat that number again. That's 646-780-94 what?
88.
88. Yes. Well, let me tell you. I tell people, and I'm very true to what I do.
Yes.
And I'm not the type of person that try to steal other people's clients. I try to guide people to where my strengths are not where that is. And although I know I can do it, but my strength is where the numbers. And if I see that people, my clients, need certain guidance, I guide them to somewhere else. If I see you need guidance to KT, or need guidance to Dr. Africa or Ella, or need guidance to certain other spiritual readers or even Hebrew and Christian ones I guide you to. So I understand you might be at that level, that's where you at, and that's what you need that guidance for, because people are at various levels.
Yes.
And you notice sometimes they can't accept certain things, or they're kind of scared. They'll tell you. I know many times you've gotten where, kind of scared to come to you, or scared to call you, or connect with you because of this and because they think it's a devil and all this kind of stuff that they've been taught. It's just, and people got to overcome fear. False expectations of hearing real. You know what I'm saying? That's all fear is. And everything we want is on the other side of fear. To tell you the truth, everything we want is on the other side of fear. But please explain about the spiritual destiny reading.
Well, before we get into that, right? Before we get into that, when people come to me and they say, "Oh, I'm scared and I'm fearful. I've never done this before," I say, "Let me tell you something. There's pastors that has came to me several times, okay? So if a pastor who do the congregation, mind you, they give me tips, because they like, listen, don't tell nobody. I'm like, this is not of nobody's business. I don't, spread my client's business to the world. If you want it to be private, I respect that. So I'm saying, hello?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying this to say that, there's no reason to be fearful, like you said. Everything that you're fearful is on the other side. Now, going back to the spiritual reading, that is part of my astrological reading, where I check into your true node, right? And once I know where your true node is in, I just download so much information from your true node. And that's based on your, astrological sign. So that's basically a natal chart reading, right? So when you get a natal chart reading, I, look into different forms and stuff like that. Because a lot of people say, most of the questions that I get asked is, well, Ella, Mama Ella, whatnot, what is my purpose? And if I don't give you a natal chart reading, I always say to my clients, well, if this was a perfect world, what would you be doing? Oh, well, I'll be healing, I'll be doing this. Well, then that's your purpose. And then I say to them, well, it's not a matter of what is it that I'm supposed to be doing. I ask you, what is it that you want to do? Because whatever it is that you want to do is what you should be doing, and it is what your spirit is guiding you to do. See, with me, I don't work. I don't consider myself a worker. I'm not a worker. I provide services. You understand? It's kind of a little bit different. I'm at home providing services. I don't work. I don't feel like what I'm doing is working. I'm helping, I'm healing, and I'm guiding. And that's my purpose.
And that's a good truth, that you're providing services. As being born under the number you are, you're supposed to be of service and help to the people. So I totally understand. That's why I tell people, don't lie. Just correlate with what they're doing out there. What all the readers and all the people that are doing the things. And it's very important that if you are going through certain things, certain spiritual things that you need to understand, because a lot of people think they're either cursed or they have proclivity and all that kind of stuff, which is basically the same word. So people think that they're going through that. When people think automatically, as soon as they come to you, that they're cursed, they have some type of family or generational curse, what is it? What do you do? What do you tell them? How do you explain that it's not a generational curse or something has been put? How do you explain this to them?
First of all, thoughts are things. All right.
Exactly.
And whatever it is that you are faithful, if that's even a word, or anything that you have faith in or whatnot, is what becomes true. You get what I'm saying? So first of all, you need to stop thinking like that, right? Because that is what the pineal gland, or that is what melanin is. You're feeding those thinkings to your cells, right? So once you feed that thinking, that energy to your cells, then the body now reacts in that way, right? Because the building blocks of the tissues and bodies is cells. So it all starts with the cellular makeup. So in any event, first of all, I would say, stop thinking like that. And then two, I would look into it. You know, I would connect with spirit guides and see or whatnot, because sometimes people do be having curses, and sometimes people do be having this, in a sense, family curse. You know, somebody might have did something wrong and had to, you know, pay it back, triple the fold. You know, sometimes people, you know, give the wrong offerings. Go ahead.
A lot of people go through those different types of things that could have been passed down generationally, you think?
Exactly. That's why I said triple the fold.
Right,
you know,
right.
that's why I said triple the fold. So absolutely. However, the way that you break that is by not believing in that. I remember one time one of my jetners told me, I don't care if it's a fire outside. I don't care if it's a war, people shooting outside.
You're breaking up, Ella. You keep on breaking up. Repeat that again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You get back on now. Go ahead.
I said I don't remember. I said I remember one time my jetner, one of my jetners. She said to me, Ella, she said, I don't care if it's a fire outside, if it's a war outside, if it's chaos outside. Do not believe what you see, because whatever it is that you believe in becomes real. And sometimes, due to the fact that they have all this holographic memory and technology, I mean not memory but holographic situations going on, and they can create this. No. Do not believe it. You understand? It's a trick. The Matrix done told you that. You know, so listen, it's all about believing. If you believe that your family's been cursed and stuff, you want to feed the pineal gland with that information, and the pineal gland will be receptive to that. You know, and then secretes melatonin or melanin cells, or cells that has that, you know, particular, you know, frequency with fear in it. Fear and melanin, which don't even go together. And as a result of fear and melanin going, because that's the energy, that's the spirit that you're giving off to the body, then guess what? That's how you're going to be living, in fear, in the name of fear, in the spirit of fear, because spirit is energy. Energy is spirit. That's it.
44 minutes after the hour, 44 minutes after 8 o'clock in New York, 44 minutes after 5 o'clock in Pacific time, and 44 minutes all over the world after the hour. And, you know, let me tell you, we're speaking to Mama Ella, Ella Samori. Make sure you email her at, of course, samorihealing@gmail.com. And you can also call her and contact her on a business line, which is 646-789-488. That's 646 780-9488. Now, it's 45 minutes after the hour, 16 minutes before the top of the hour. Ella, now, you know, this is a lot of people, being that a lot of us come from out of Africa, originally, the Caribbeans and all that. You know, a lot of us used to hear about voodoo and obeah and all those types of things, and they put a negative connotation on it when I know Haiti and Jamaica used to work together, and voodoo was used at one time, and it helped to defeat the, you know. So tell people the importance of that science. Why people should not be afraid of voodoo or obeah. Can you made it negative over the years?
Okay, give me 1 second, because you're kind of breaking up as well, but I heard it. I'm trying. Let me see if I can put you on a Wi-Fi call so it don't break up like that. So the importance on not being afraid of voodoo, okay, is because one, voodoo only means worshiping or connecting with the spirit realm, your ancestors, right? Everybody saying, "Oh, my ancestors." Can you hear me?
Yeah. What does it mean? What?
Connecting with your ancestors.
Oh, get out of here. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Well, that's my definition of it.
Oh, that's your dude. Okay.
That's, you get what I'm saying? That's my voodoo.
Okay, that's your definition.
Right, coming from a Haitian descent, the way my family and stuff like that, voodoo, I remember Friday nights, we used to have ritual nights in Brooklyn, in my cousin's house, and family, we used to spit libations and give offerings and stuff like that, and, you know, people would come and play the drums, and, you know, and Some people would say, "Oh, y'all doing voodoo in there," but for us, it's like, no, we're connected with our roots. Now, another thing that a lot of us wanna look into whenever we come across this voodoo thing, look at the Haitian Revolution in 1804, right? Um, they defeated the French. They defeated the quote unquote bad enemies. They didn't defeat the bad enemies because due to technology. No, they did rituals. They connected with the spirit realm. You will see it. They got drums. They got fire. Like, you will see pictures of it. I have pictures. Not pictures, but paintings rather. There will be paintings of a group of black folks, or even doing, animal sacrifice and stuff like that. This is the reason why we shouldn't be afraid of it, because when you do sacrifice, it is feeding. Just like you feed yourself, you feed your spirit, you also want to feed your ancestors. Because like I always say, like when I want to connect with, when I need a little bit of financial wealth or whatnot, I connect with my sister. Why? Because my sister, who made the transition, she likes money. So what do? I offer her money. You understand? So I can't say that you cannot, but it's not culturally, or it's not, it's not proper etiquette to ask the spirit realm to help you out without giving any type of offerings. So in the 1804, they would, do pig offerings and blood sacrifice and stuff like that, because that's they gotta get nasty, they gotta get devilish. So it's these type of sacrifices that they had to do to connect with the spirit of that country, that land.
Okay, that's big.
So go ahead.
Now, so that's interesting that you say that, because I know that, because you were dealing with a beast coming on your island in the first place.
You was dealing.
You had to deal with that and meet them with the same propensity that they were bringing.
Exactly.
And I heard that one of the Haitian generals from back in the day was so feared by the French army. It was Ivan Van Sertima that explained it, that he killed so many Frenchmen back in those days that when he was not going to let them take him alive, that he went and walked into a burning house and let himself just get consumed by the fire while he was still laughing.
Yeah.
That's how, and they was afraid of just that. That's how much power that the voodoo or the spiritual energy, let's say the spiritual energy of that time, was so strong in the Haitian Revolution, and that's what that man did. And then I heard about a female general that was even much more vicious. So, y'all have some people out there.
But see, and that's why they fear us to this day. But see, we would not have did it if we would have been on this new age. Oh, we scared of the spirit realm. Oh, we scared. Oh no, the unseen. Oh no, what?
Right,
what?
Right. You have to tap in. You have to tap into that energy. Those are like what in the scriptures they say, the armor of God. The armor that you got to use, internal armor that we have to use,
The armor, the leg, the stomach, the back, the finger, whatever,
A lot of people in religion does it. A lot of people, they say certain prayers or they do certain chants, and they doing the same thing that they did